Hello, my name is Stephen Brown. I'm a partner at Reddy Neumann PC in Houston, Texas. This week I'm at the American Immigration Lawyers Association annual conference. I just left the Department of State outreach forum that they did, and I wanted to address some of the major things that I thought our clients would find interesting. So one of the first topics was about the Stateside Visa program that is still very much in the works, and they're hoping to have the pilot program for H&L visas available this summer or early fall, with a full go of all visa processing in 2024. They didn't have a lot of the details of it, but that's kind of the general timeline. Moving forward to interview waivers or Dropbox, as we know with COVID, that's been expanded and allowed for more Dropbox appointments. Department of State is hoping to continue that and continue to expand that because it's helpful for consular officers as well as the individuals. Department of State within the last year or so has put together a processing times website that addresses the wait times for different visa categories on their website. They did say that those times are pretty accurate. It is updated weekly, so obviously if you check it on a Monday, the appointments could be gone on a Tuesday. And what they tell them to do is put the earliest time that 10% of the appointments are available. So just keep that in mind, but those processing times are pretty accurate. One of the topics I was most interested in that they discussed was administrative processing and 221Gs. From what they were saying is those numbers should decrease and the processing time should decrease. They created a new center that is looking into those in October of 2022, and that it was getting on board, getting running. And so hopefully with admin processing and 221Gs, we see a decrease in the number as well as the time. If you have a case that's more than 6 to 8 months processing, they say to contact the local post to get it to the top of their list, and hopefully they take a look at it. Moving forward, the website for visa processing, CIAC, one of the things they wanted to address is that people get confused. They are told by the consulate they're getting a 221G for a document or two, and they get onto CIAC and it says refused. That's because that's the only option. They can only really say approved or refused. So if you have a 221G, it is technically a refusal. So just keep that in mind. That's why it'll say that. They did address the fact that 221G is a refusal. If you're applying for a visa, they do recommend listing it as a refusal on your DS-160 and all, but they understand why people who get a 221G that is later resolved may not. So it won't be a barrier, but they do recommend marking it as refused. Moving forward to CISPA, we know USCIS put together new CISPA guidance, if they are accepting the case on the filing date. Department of State is still looking into it, but it doesn't seem like they're inclined to make that change, since when you do green card processing through Department of State, it is going to be based off final action date. So not likely to see a CISPA change with Department of State. And finally, the visa bulletin, the big topic everybody wants. They seem to think that they are processing things well. Obviously, the retrogression is because they are mostly out of EB3 India or whatever that category is, so they slow things down. They are hopeful things will move forward in October, but when there are new visas available, but yeah, we'll see. There wasn't a lot of concrete stuff on that. So again, these are the updates from the Department of State Open Forum. Hopefully I'll have some more updates throughout the conference.